Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you enjoy yourself.
This is a story of Leena, who preferred to live in solitude, but gradually learned that companionship and relationships were not a baggage that bad as she had thought. In a quiet town nestled between the mountains and the sea, there lived a woman named Leena. She was known by all but loved by none. She kept to herself, never bothering to make friends, nor did she care for the affairs of others. She walked alone, dined alone, and worked alone. Though she was neither cruel nor unkind, there was a chill in her presence that made people keep their distance. Leena had built a life of solitude, and she found comfort in it. She worked as a seamstress, stitching dresses that no one praised, mending clothes for those who paid, but never thanked her. Over the years, she told herself that she did not need companionship, that the world was too fickle for friendships to last. One day, an old woman arrived at her shop. She was hunched and frail, her hands shaking as she placed a bundle of tattered cloth on the counter. "My dear, can you mend this?" the woman asked, her voice like the rustling of dry leaves. Leena sighed but took the bundle. The fabric was delicate, embroidered with intricate patterns that had begun to unravel. She ran her fingers over the threads and felt something strange, an odd warmth pulsing through the cloth. "This is old work," Leena noted. "Who made it?" "My sister," the woman whispered. "Long ago. Before she passed." Leena hesitated, something stirring in her chest, but she pushed the feeling aside. "It will take time," she said. The old woman smiled. "I will return when the moon is full." And with that, she left. Leena worked on the cloth, but as she did, she began to notice something strange. With every stitch, memories flooded her mind, memories that were not her own. She saw two young girls laughing in a meadow, one braiding the other's hair. She felt the warmth of their shared secrets, and the grief of their parting. It was as though the fabric held the remnants of a bond so deep that time itself could not erase it. The images haunted her. Leena had never experienced such closeness with another person. The fabric whispered to her of love, loss, and longing. Each night, she found herself sitting by the candlelight, running her fingers over the patterns, wondering what it would be like to have someone who truly cared. When the full moon arrived, the old woman returned. Leena handed her the cloth, perfectly restored. "It is done," she said. The woman traced the stitches with trembling fingers. "You have done more than repair fabric, my dear," she said. "You have touched something far greater." Leena frowned. "What do you mean?" The old woman gazed at her with knowing eyes. "You have spent your life alone, not because the world abandoned you, but because you abandoned the world." Leena stiffened. "I prefer it that way." The woman smiled sadly. "No one truly prefers loneliness, my dear. It is merely an armor for those who fear the pain of losing others." Leena opened her mouth to protest, but found no words. Deep inside, she knew the woman was right. She had chosen solitude, not because she enjoyed it, but because she feared the weight of love and loss. As the old woman turned to leave, Leena did something she had never done before. She reached out. Wait, she said, her voice uncertain. Would you like some tea? The woman's eyes twinkled. I would love that. And so, for the first time in many years, Leena shared a cup of tea with someone. They talked, not of great things, but of small, simple joys. And in that moment, the walls around her heart began to crack. Days passed, then weeks. Leena found herself greeting neighbors, asking how they fared. She smiled at children and helped an old man carry his basket home. And though she was still learning, still hesitant, she began to understand what she had been missing all along. One day, she found a piece of fabric left on her doorstep, embroidered in the same intricate pattern as before. A note was pinned to it. Friendship is like a stitch in time, once woven, it can never truly unravel. Leena held the fabric close to her heart, and for the first time, she felt truly warm inside. Moral of the story: loneliness is not always the absence of people, but the walls we build around ourselves. Fear of loss, rejection, or betrayal can lead us to isolate ourselves, convincing us that solitude is safer. However, the warmth of connection, the strength of shared memories, and the joy of simple companionship are irreplaceable. Friendships, like delicate stitches, may fray with time, but when nurtured, they become an unbreakable part of our existence. True fulfillment is found not in avoiding relationships, but in embracing them despite the risks.
Thanks for watching and enjoying our inspiring videos. If you like our stories, do pull in your likes and wonderful comments about your views. Also, don't forget to subscribe now for more interesting content. Have a nice day. Let's meet again soon. Take care.